Beloved, welcome to my diary. I'm Tatami, and we are going to talk about the fact that Biden's speech wasn't shit. It didn't say anything. He promised you nothing. I'm so confused as to how people fall for rhetoric like this so easily. But it's like, this is how abusive relationships work, where you are just so impressed with the bare fucking minimum. Billy didn't hit me today. Sarah didn't threaten me when she got drunk today. So it's great. My relationship's wonderful. That's how it feels, y'all. We're to the point where because Trump literally can't read a sentence without stuttering over a word with more than two syllables, because we have a president currently who calls Yosemite Yosemite several times and not one of those times realizes he's supposed to say Yosemite, the bar is here. And then because the president, who clearly can't speak, has made this guy seem like he's like a vegetable, then the bar got even lower to here. So it was like, oh no, but he's not a vegetable. He can talk and he can read. He didn't say anything. He promised you nothing. There is not a. He's going on and on, waxing poetic. Things gotta change. Okay, so what's gonna change? What are you gonna do? Is there healthcare involved? Is there police reform involved? You got something you're doing for the environment? Actually, anything solidly? Tell me a plan. Anything? There's nothing. He promised you nothing. He promised very, very vaguely about like infrastructure, expanding Obamacare, maybe. It was also vague. There's just nothing you could, if you vote Biden in, what are you to say? Hey, you promised me this. He promised you nothing. He promised you nothing. So it's very wild to me to see people fall so easily for just the bare minimum. And that goes from progressive media to Fox News. People are like, did you see that man read? He said two whole sentences and didn't mispronounce a single word. This is president material. If that's president material, shit, I'm president material. Every person on this block is fucking president material. In fact, I feel like I could go on this street alone and find 20 Americans fully willing to work day and night until they fix all the other Americans' lives up for the salary that we have people in the federal government, but they out here taking vacation after vacation, don't know how to come to agreements on nothing. If their pay was contingent on them doing their goddamn job correctly, they would all be up to attention. Mitch McConnell, first and foremost, would be up to attention doing what they were supposed to do. But the fact remains is they have no incentive to do anything for us. And the presidential election goes in that same vein. Biden has no incentive to do anything for us, and yet still has the audacity to be miffed, confused, and flustered that people don't want to vote for him. That people are like, okay, but what are you going to do for me? He's like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be racist and psycho on the stage. I'm not going to be Trump. That's it. Isn't that what you want? You want somebody to not be racist and psycho? Yeah, that was the bare minimum. I wanted somebody who would do something to better my life. But the fact remains is, yes, he would rather lose than do anything for anybody to earn anybody's vote. Literally, he would rather. And what's sad about that is even Trump will lie. Even Trump will fake it to try and get a vote. But it's just really gross to me that like Bernie drops out and not one person is trying to get any of his policies implemented, any of the things that made him the most popular, any of those things that are very highly up on the popularity list. Things like Medicare for all, super high on the popularity list of Americans, up in the 60, 70%. Things like the legalizing marijuana, way up there with the American public. So it's just very gross to me that I have to watch somebody not give two fucks about any of the things I want, and yet people have the audacity to try and act like I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy? No, you're the bad guy because you never demanded anything of these assholes. So they just come in and they think winning is the end game. They think that that's all they ever had to do was just get in that position and then screw us all over. People have been condoning this, clearly. It's not a question if they did it, they did it. Because that's what I've inherited is a bunch of people in government who could give two fucks. And the few people who are there don't have enough power to do jack shit. There's only like 3 or 4 people who have tried to come in as a progressive. Otherwise, what we have is just a conglomerate of people who just could give two fucks and are like, give me your fucking vote. Or you're going to get a fucking crazy ass racist who wants to kill you. That's it. And no, I'm not going to do anything. You need to choose. We're getting to the edge. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. What are you going to choose? Are you going to go with the racist who's going to kill you all? Or are you going to go with me who's not going to give you anything and probably make your life worse? Which is it? Choose, choose, choose. That is literally the state of politics we are in. And honestly, it's wild to me. It's wild. And that's a lot of why I'm not voting blue no matter who. I'm not voting blue. You're not going to make me. I'm not going to vote red. Why? Because everyone before me has literally done this exact same shit. And 4-year increments seems like a lot to me. I'm sorry. I can't just sit here, oh, well, it's 2020. I guess I'll vote blue no matter who this year and try again in 2024. No, they've become very complacent with demanding the vote and not giving you anything in return. And honestly, as somebody who just never voted before, I was boycotting my vote, holding it in. I didn't want to legitimize this process. It just doesn't feel like that far of a stretch to me to jump into the process and support somebody who actually took the time to say something that I needed. Because go figure, when Bernie dropped out, there was only one candidate who actually took up any sort of torch to say, hey, I actually support a lot of those same policies you are into. I could be a safe place for you. The Biden campaign was just like, ah, ha, ha, you thought Bernie would win. Come on over here, blue, no matter who, we got to kill Trump. That's all they said. Nobody offered us a damn thing. They were actually pretty rude and awkward in their cruelty. Like, excuse me for trying to get you health care, sir. Excuse me for trying to save the planet. Like, you're gonna mock me and then want me to join you in your little group, which is being led by a guy who said he has no sympathy for the plight of millennials. Which means by extension he has not really much sympathy for Gen X or Zoomers, so go figure. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm not falling for this okie doke. He don't want to do nothing for my vote. I don't have to do nothing for that. I'll do something for whoever actually earned my vote. And this time around, here in the year 2020, that person is Howie Hawkins. That's the only person who's actually put in any iota of effort. The only person who is hitting on all the fronts, relieving student debt, going for the health care. And Biden proved it when Cardi B is looking him in the eye several times, looking him in the eye. And he's asking, hey, what are the people telling you that they're interested in? What are they telling you? What did he think we were asking for? I mean, not me. I'm not her fan. I'm not sitting here on her Instagram or anything. But I'm just saying, what did Joe Biden think Cardi B was going to say? Oh, well, we've just got an ice cream shortage. We just want more ice cream for the people. No, we want fucking healthcare. We want you to relieve this incredible student loan debt. We want you to fucking help us out and this damn pandemic. We need real help. And oh yeah, the planet is burning. We'd like you to focus on that too. That's all she said. And Joe Biden. And then finally he felt pressured into saying anything. And then he said something that sounded like he was kind of agreeing with her so she would stop asking him. And then they went ahead and cut that part out of the goddamn interview. So when it all was uploaded, that part was omitted. No one could see the part. Thankfully, other people recorded his what he said and what the quote was and all that stuff. But he absolutely went ahead and just ignored the shit out of her, gave her a platitude, and then erased the platitude so the rest of us wouldn't hear the fucking platitude. That's really where we are. Biden he would rather lose because, let's just be real, we're being ruled by the corporate oligarchy, and they rule both of the fucking main parties. And this idea that, like, you're a bad person because you don't want to, like, suck these parties, like, no, they will not do anything for you. In fact, they will co-opt your language for your feminist civil rights, Black Lives Matter, anti-police reform, that type of thing, anti-police violence, that type of thing. They will co-opt the language from it, use that language from dawn until dusk, but they will not give you a damn lickety cent. They will not offer any sort of law reform, anything that will actually help anything. Like, this is the perfect opportunity. I just don't understand. Any group could do it. Trump could do it. Any of these groups could literally do it. But it's literally these corporations are just so. But what if I fall 2 people down on the Forbes list? That's how these fucking billionaires are acting. Is like, but what if I fall down? It's like, dude, you're already a billionaire. What do you mean? Anyway, that's my point, is that they will not do anything to earn your vote. That is just the gospel truth. They will insist that you give your vote. My husband's bothering me, so I'm gonna leave. Anyways, may your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads, and I will see you next time.